By now, you've seen the video. This video, according to President Trump, shows a strike by the U.S. military against a boat carrying drugs off of Venezuela into the United States, and in the process, killing 11 people. Venezuelan officials have claimed that the video was produced by artificial intelligence without providing any evidence. So far, we have heard confirmation from Secretary of State Marco Rubio, from Defense Secretary Pete Hegseth, and we have not seen any evidence that the video is fake. But I want to connect the dots because this is about a whole lot more than those drugs. You might remember last year we were the only U.S. broadcast network on the ground covering the Venezuelan election. We were there as massive protests erupted when Maduro claimed that he had won that election, while Edmundo González Urrutia, the opposition candidate, was 30 points ahead. We were also there when international observers from the Carter Center fled the country before issuing their report, which concluded that the process cannot be considered democratic and that they could not verify or corroborate the results. The opposition provided plenty of evidence to show that the victor in that election was González Urrutia, and the Maduro regime insisted up until this day that their process was legitimate without providing any hard evidence. The United Nations later on also concluded that the process was lacking basic transparency and integrity, and the international community, barring some allies, recognized that Maduro did not win that election and do not consider him the victor. There are millions of Venezuelans in exile and in Venezuela who would like to see a pressure campaign strong enough to remove Maduro from power. But so far, U.S. officials have insisted that this is nothing more than a major counter-narcotics operation, and they have a point. According to the United Nations Office on Drugs and Crime, cocaine production in bordering Colombia is at record highs. And here in the United States, the DEA is also setting records on cocaine seizures, which U.S. officials say are driving U.S. overdrug deaths. But the U.S. has not said it plans to invade Venezuela. Many experts say while this is an exaggerated counter-narcotics operation, it is more a coercion campaign rather than an invasion campaign. Maduro said this week that this is the greatest threat our continent has seen in 100 years. And the deployment of enough ships and troops for an invasion from the U.S. is certainly the sharpest military escalation we have seen in the region in a very, very long time.